Hey, Bears fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Word around the Windy City is starting to stir. Whispers coming out of Halas Hall are raising eyebrows. And Bears fans might want to brace themselves. Because according to people close to the situation, there's a growing concern about none other than rookie wide receiver Rome Odunze. And it's not just some random chatter. It's being linked to the man pulling the strings on the sidelines. Head coach Ben Johnson. Apparently, Johnson was genuinely surprised, maybe even a little rattled, by Odunze's current technical level during off-season practices. We're not saying he's writing the kid off, far from it, but the shock, it was real. This wasn't what the Bears expected when they used a premium pick on one of college football's most polished receivers. Something's not adding up, and people are starting to wonder if Odunze isn't quite ready for prime time just yet. Now let's be clear, Odunze came into the draft process as one of the most NFL-ready receivers. His tape at Washington was clean. Crisp routes, strong hands, fluid acceleration, everything you'd want in AWR1. Scouts raved about his football IQ. He wasn't just an athlete, he was a technician, so naturally, when Chicago snagged him, the fanbase was ecstatic. The idea of pairing Odunze with Caleb Williams looked like a dream, but as the saying goes, college glory doesn't always translate to NFL success. And what Johnson has apparently seen so far has raised some internal alarms, according to sources. The issues aren't about athleticism or work ethic. It's strictly the technical execution, route precision, timing, spacing. All those minute details that separate decent rookies from day one starters. It's early days. Sure, no pads, no real contact yet, but even in these light workouts, coaches are watching everything. Every foot placement, every release off the line, every adjustment to coverage. And insiders say that Johnson expected a sharper product out of the gate, not a project. What's really surprising is that this kind of reaction, this level of candid concern, is leaking at all. The Bears have been tight-lipped under their new regime. But something about this must have been jarring enough to ripple through the building. One source used the word off-putting when describing Johnson's tone after a session. That doesn't mean Odunze is a bust, far from it. But it might mean he's not the instant impact guy the Bears were banking on, at least not yet. Of course, some folks are already rushing to Odunze's defense. They say he's still adjusting to the NFL tempo. They argue that this is just a blip. That Johnson is pushing him harder because he believes in his upside, and that could be true. Sometimes coaches use public or semi-public disappointment as a motivational tool. But others point out that Johnson is a first-year head coach trying to establish credibility and control. He wouldn't float this kind of concern unless it was real. And if Odunze's technique is lacking in ways that were missed during the scouting process, it's a problem. Not just for the player, but for the front office that signed off on the pick. The Bears can't afford another first-round miss. Not in a season where they're supposed to be turning the corner. Now imagine the pressure building around Odunze himself. You're a top 10 pick, landing in a massive media market with a rookie QB everyone is watching, and now your coach isn't thrilled with what he's seeing in June. That's a lot to carry, and it's worth asking, was Odunze maybe overhyped in the draft process? Did teams fall in love with the aesthetics, the frame, the highlight plays, and overlook some of the subtle things he struggles with? It's not uncommon. Sometimes the most polished college stars hit a wall when asked to play in tighter windows. And against faster defenders, the NFL isn't forgiving. Especially not to rookies expected to perform like veterans on day one. But here's another angle. Could Johnson's comments be a bit of strategic smoke screening? Could he be lowering expectations so Odunze can quietly develop without the crushing weight of hype? Some coaches love to play this game, praise in private, criticize in public. It's a way of keeping a young guy humble, grounded, hungry. Maybe Johnson knows exactly what he's doing. Maybe he's trying to break Odunze down to build him back up the right way. Still, you don't usually hear this kind of chatter unless there's at least a kernel of truth behind it that makes this more than just motivational smoke. It sounds like a real adjustment period is underway. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. And let's not forget the broader implications for the Bears' offense. With DJ Moore already established as the alpha and Keenan Allen in the mix, O'Duns doesn't have to be the guy right away, but that was kind of the point, easing him. And while still getting big-time production, if he's not ready, suddenly you're relying even more on veterans. That limits the ceiling of what Caleb Williams can do in year one. O'Duns was supposed to stretch the field, win on intermediate routes, and give Williams a reliable third-down option if that piece isn't there yet. It changes how you scheme. It forces Johnson to play things safer, maybe even more conservative. And that's not what this offense was supposed to be. Some insiders believe this could spark a quiet shakeup in the depth chart. Don't be surprised if a lesser-known name, maybe Tyler Scott, maybe even a late-round guy, starts taking more first-team reps. Coaches reward performance, not pedigree. If O'Duns needs more time, he'll get it, but not without someone else seizing the opportunity. That's how it works in the league. The window is short, and the roster churn never stops. This isn't college. There are no scholarships. If Johnson is really that surprised by O'Duns's struggles, he may already be adjusting his plans for Week 1. What was once a three-headed W or monster might now be more of a rotation. Look, it's still June. We're talking about shorts and helmets. No one's calling the kid a bust. But the whispers are out there, and they're not going away. Rome O'Duns has the physical tools, the college resume, and the personality to succeed. But none of that matters if he doesn't clean up the details, and the clock is ticking. Training camp is around the corner, and preseason games will bring real defenders, real contact, real pressure. This could go either way. Either O'Duns flips the narrative fast, or the Bears spend the year wondering if they reached a high on draft night. For now, the story's still being written, but the tone, it's already shifting. And maybe that's the biggest takeaway here. This isn't about one rookie or one route. It's about what kind of team the Bears are building under Ben Johnson. Are they going to be patient? Are they going to coach through the bumps? Or are they going to pivot fast, make tough calls, and demand immediate production? O'Duns's situation is a litmus test for the entire regime. If he bounces back, it's a sign that development is part of the plan. If he doesn't, it's a warning that even your most talented young players aren't immune from scrutiny. Either way, this is the kind of rumor that lingers. And for a Bears franchise desperate to turn the page, it's exactly the kind of noise they hope to avoid. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.